grade 7s. We're doing 3.1 fractions to decimals. How many of you right now are like, well, yeah, that's cool. I can do fractions and decimals together. Like I'm pretty good at fractions to decimals. All right. I'm getting a lot of, yeah. It's hard. It is. Fractions and decimals, I find for grade 7s, like we really have to work hard on them and review them early in the year, and that's consistent. So don't feel bad if you're kind of, okay, grab your marker. Grab your marker. I just want to get a quick preliminary on what you know, and if you're watching this video at home, feel free to join us. I would like you to draw that as a fraction if you know how. I'd like you to draw this as a fraction if you know how. That's 0.5. Is the numerator a 5 or a 6 there? I think it's a, you got it.
It's a 5,
Nice.
but...
Nice. Yes. Yes. Wow, so many of you did this right away. It was brilliant. You right away went 5/10. And look at that, because I could point at this and say 5/10. I could point at this and say 5/10, because that's a 5 in the tenths spot. Could I simplify this fraction? Like, could I have different numbers that mean the same thing?
50 and 100.
Okay, I want you to use different numbers than this that mean the same thing. Different numbers than this that mean the same thing. What are you showing? I see 500 over 1,000. Nice. What else you got? I see 25 over 50. Ooh. I like that. 25 over 50. That works. 500 over 1,000. That works. Those are same. Oh, I have one student said 5 over 10, put times 5. I like that. Ah, that's interesting. Can I show that? Can I show that? I think that's interesting. Decimal 5 over 1. Now, I like this. Now, it's not the way you can write a fraction. Can I write a fraction that way? But do you see what this guy knows?
Yep.
You do see what that guy knows. He knows that it's 1 over 2 or 0.5 over 1. So we've all got an idea of how we can transfer between. All right. This is kind of small. It's probably hard to read. Plus, I don't upload these in massive HD quality. So sorry if you're watching this on a 1080p screen. Oh, but I think our camera guy is zooming right in. If you can't read it, 3.1, it's in our text. It's at school. You can download it on Edsby or on mrewer.edublogs and just grab it for yourself. Numbers can be written in both fraction and decimal. For example, 3 can be written as 3 1s, or 3 over 1, and 3.0. A fraction illustrates a division. Wait, I want to pause at that. A fraction illustrates. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, and I want you to take a look at some of these numbers. It says, here are some more fractions and decimals you learned in earlier grades. I want you to test a couple out, okay? Taylor, I want you to go 7 divided by 10. I want Kale, Brandon, Sawyer, Eliana, Francesca. And if I didn't call your name, please pick one. And I want you to take the top number and cut it by the bottom number, or divide it by the bottom number. Does it match the bottom of here? Absolutely. Anyone get a different number? Anyone just writing SO oil in their calculator? Yeah, you just gotta do it, put it upside down. Yeah. So do you see how this is kind of like a division question? 1 over 1,000 is like 1 divided into 1,000, and now I have 1,000. That's like if I took 1 and I went into 1,000 equal pieces. Uh-oh, now the grade 8s are spelling stuff on calculators. Oh, I can see from the smirks of the grade 8 boys figured out some other things they can write on those calculators. Oh, now they're embarrassed. Okay. I'm going to ask you to pause the video in a moment. Hold on. Not yet. We're going to do this. You're going to need a calculator. Use a calculator. Write each fraction as a decimal. So I've got 1 over 11, 2 over 11, 3 divided by 11, and 4 cut into 11 pieces. I want you to write that sequence down on your board. So you're gonna go 1, cut into 11, 2, cut into 11, 3, cut into 11. Can you pause the video while my students work? Welcome back. So Fidrich over here was putting it in his calculator, and he says, well, Mr. Ewart, I put 1 cut into 11 pieces, or 1 divided into 11. And this is what I got. Do I need to write the whole number? I don't know, can you see that on camera there, cameraman?
Yep.
It says decimal 09090909090909. Here is how you write the repeating decimal. I don't expect you to write this because it's never, ever, 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 ever. Jesus, is he ever going to stop? No, it's never going to stop. So here's what I do. Stop the madness. Take those away. We're going to write it as a repeating decimal. This happy guy with the unibrow here, that means he's repeating. Repeat, 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 repeat forever. What did you get when you got 2 divided by 11? What did you get?
0.18.
18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. How many 18s should I write?
Just 1.
And then give him a little unibrow. There you go. If you have a unibrow and I've offended you, just call the school, let me know. I'll pluck mine. Now people are zooming in HD. Anyone, without doing a calculator, want to predict what they think the next repeating decimal will be?
It's pretty much just doubling. Or no,
27.
adding 9 each time.
27. Why 27?
You just add 9 each time.
You see a pattern. So it was like 9 hundredths, then 18 hundredths. So now you're saying probably 27 hundredths? Bingo. What's the next one going to be?
36.
36. Don't forget the unibrow. It means it goes on forever. So you've got some patterns that are happening. Let's look at the next one. It says, write each fraction as a decimal. What patterns do you see? This is where you can try it with 1 over 9, 2 over 9, 3 over 9. You're going to get some repeating. Then it's going to say, use your patterns and predict from these decimals. So I'm going to pause the video for just a second while my students try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we get to what?
All right, can you unpause the video?
Yep.
Good to go?
Yep.
Welcome back after a word from our sponsors. Today we're being sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'm just kidding.
I would.
I would never get sponsored by Coca-Cola. Pepsi's better.
No.
Now I'm getting sponsored. 1 over 9, we got decimal 1. So we just drew a few of them and then put the little whack across the top. That means it's repeating forever. 2 over 9. 3 over 9. So what do you guys think the fraction is for decimal 77777777777?
7 over 9.
7 over 9. What do you think decimal 8 is going to be?
8 over 9.
8 over 9. You guys are uncovering patterns. Very good. All right. Let's look at a couple of quick examples here. We're going to go right to our assignment. Okay. Actually, we'll go to this example. It says, write each fraction as a decimal. Well, that's easy. I know now that I can just pick up my calculator. I can take the top number versus the bottom number. What do we call the top number in a fraction?
The numerator.
Bingo, the numerator. What do we call the bottom one? The denominator. Oh, you guys are smart. You guys were smart when I found you. I like it. Sort the fractions as represented, repeating or terminating decimals. These are repeating decimals. We've seen them. We have seen that they repeat on and on and on. So if these are repeating decimals, what's a terminating decimal? What does the terminator do?
Stops it?
He stops you. Stops you dead. The terminating decimal stops. Okay, we want to find which one is the biggest and which one is the smallest. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. We're about to pause the video again. How can I compare something like 13 over 200, 1 over 5, 11 over 23 over 7? What have you learned today that is an easy way to compare them? Pause the video. I want to see if you guys can. All right, take a look over here, please. All right, we put them all into our calculator. 3 divided by 7, 13 cut into 200 pieces, 11 over 20 and 1/5. And this is what we found. 1, 2, these three are terminating. Terminating, stop dead in their tracks. This one, we weren't sure what to do, but take a look. 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 5, 4, 2, wait, 4, 2, 8.
Restart.
Check that out. That's repeating forever. Now, do you have what it takes to put them in order? Which one's the biggest? Let's see. That one's number 1, that one's the biggest. Nope, it's not. This one's the biggest. This one's the second biggest. This one's the third biggest. And this one is the fourth. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think you know how to start this assignment. Tomorrow we'll look at the next level. Thank you.